The smile, Dismal Peter and John
Ten
game one,
seconds.
a very, very convincing win for IG. And number two, what do you
5
think the
seconds.
best needs?
I think they have to play this to the strength of their draft, right? If you pick something like the Slaryar and PA with a Rubik, you want those lanes to win out. You want to start snowballing early on. You cannot give IG a free farm lane. What happened last time? Fly had a free lane on his troll, and he just farmed like crazy. No contention coming out from Look for Smile.
10 seconds.
And IG, they just ran all over the place. JT on his top lane had a swell time as well. The only lane that was really suffering was Emo's mid lane, but it didn't matter because they couldn't build off of the fact that the Void State had no farm. So I'd like to see Look Smile play a bit more assertively, play a bit more aggressively. They are starting the draft off very differently. Treant Protector and Drow Ranger off the bat. Look for Smile, and that's not a duo you see too often, but it is quite potent. A lot of damage that can fly out here, and we have seen the Treants. They have done a lot for their teams. In a lot of cases, this time around, though, IG. The Puck Dark. Perhaps Kaka playing it in pause 4, although I think that's the least likely option. Dark Will is just a great piece of control to have with good damage as well. Let's see how exactly these drafts close out. Neither side really locked into a certain way of playing it, although Look for Smile, that early Drow, is really going to be committing to that safe lane Drow, and there are plenty of ways to counter.
So, if you see that stall, that is a spectator apparently, so ignore that. It is 1-0 IG. It's not a best of 3, it is still a best of 2. So, still on a score of 0 in this particular series.
Did they disconnect or get disconnected?
Threat. Storm, that Treant Protector Drow Ranger, it is a pretty annoying lane. You kind of mentioned the brief, but with the frost arrows and the name pass, you just don't run. Drow has free, the laning phase. You do get caught.
Yeah, it's gonna be very hard to fight. The damage is gonna be great, but I don't know. Like the round pit it's still iffy to me, mainly because again, IG has. A bit more to play with. Gotta have heroes that can kind of cover it while it's still farming up to be big.
5 seconds.
We're gonna need a few more selfless heroes going out here. Of course, the Treant is pretty selfless in itself, but the other cores are definitely gonna have to give some space to this Drow so that it reaches the point when it's kind of uncontrollable. It takes a while for that to happen, though.
Does. We'll see that at best. The pickup now.
It's Radiant's pick.
Tiny.
It's Dire's turn to pick.
Mars.
See? They came back. It's Radiant's turn to pick.
I speak for the trees.
Ten seconds. 5 seconds. Just who will dire man?
Phantom Lancer.
10 seconds. It's Radiant.
I don't reckon. Definitely not what I'd count. It's a good pick, that PL for IG. As you mentioned, there's just nothing here that can really deal with it. I think the key thing for IG now is how farm heavy are they going to go for in their mid lane.
Pick now.
Or, in fact, their support, which they're going to go for. They go for Morris. I think that's more likely than support Morris. Support Morris just sounds underwhelming. You know, it needs that gold. Puck can still get work done without the gold. Still, you've got this highly mobile
10 seconds.
mid PL counter. Surprised it wasn't banned out by IG, but that is a pretty good response. This is what a lot of pro teams back to deal with Phantom Lancer, and of course it does well in that mid lane. Ember Spirit versus Void Spirit, the brothers will have to face off. We'll find out just how well Emo can play his hand, or if one man can push the advantage here early on.
It was definitely a rough game one, so LFS looking to push it back their way. IG already through the next round, so not too concerned, but sure they want to show off a bit in game one. Want to lose if they can avoid it. Still,
Can be interesting to see just how fast Look for Smile decides to play this. With a draw with decent enough mid game farm, you can't play fast. Especially with an NP, you can start to take control of that map. You've got the Ember Spirit to back you up as well. So LFS can definitely just running around, at least taking these objectives early on. IG with Phantom Lancer, they're going to have to wait for a bit until Fly is ready to go. Does take a bit more in a bit, but they just played Troll last time. They went for the Battle Fury and they still got a pretty fast game out. So if there's a team that can kind of counteract that movement, I'd expect IG to do it.
can't disagree with you on that. We'll see how it all pans out. Especially with DOTA. Last game of the night, let's make it a good one. This are we paused or something? This draft screen is
No, I guess not. Sometimes it just feels forever. Yeah, just feels on sometimes. But here we are. Last game of the night, Mike. Bring us to a close for the group stage.
In case you weren't, listening when you just joined, like John explained quite a few times now, tiebreakers are not tonight; they are tomorrow. So, I'm going to tune in any sort of tiebreaker match, which LFS will be in for sure. Now, it will be tomorrow. You said 12 SGT, right?
Yeah. Noontime, lunchtime for Southeast Asians, unfortunately.
Why is
out
that
lunch,
so
Mike.
unfortunate, John? Can't you just have lunch an hour early or something?
Oh, well, yes, I actually do have lunch early. Sorry, I actually do have lunch. It's not an issue for me. But still, lunchtime.
Well,
Lunchtime Dota. Good to watch while having your lunch. Pleasant.
Starting to believe you just like gaming, John.
No, Mike, you already know the answer to that. You don't need to pose a hypothetical there. Nice drop from LFS. Just gonna give it a little bit more vision there. Good boss move in that from IG.
3v3 straight on. That boy
Ollie.
is main target, of course. They have fear available. Ollie, toss back actually the Drow, SGR. He's gonna get trapped up straight to his own family, which is the tree. GT can't make the job. Orb will not fly through SGR either. Now GT is the one below, but nobody's dying quite yet as well. As Schwan is trying to get forward. Just toss back the puck. There's a bit coming out. Schwan, he will pop first to Ollie before he gets stuck. And now JT can at least find a secondary kill. Bad boy can't get in range. JT, you're not really going to try for the bounty, are you? He will cure him away with the spear. Still, he made a bit of life away for this bad boy. He doesn't know. Even Ollie, he will go down. Does connect by SGR. What a way to start this first, or the second game.
JT.
Mess.
Yeah, with Roshan and GT, he's gonna miss out on this first wave. Kaka is the core now.
In the way he's been playing.
Definitely. Still the pressure's there. 3 years on Kaka.
He'll all the way. Still.
Is he?
Schwan moving forward, looking for a toss attempt. In range, not quite. Won't mind. I mean, Bad Boy's gonna have the first wave all to himself. JT gonna know that he's up against Triton right now, and it's gonna be a bit awkward for him to try and get within that creep XP range. Of course, you have to fear the toss that will come out if you get too close.
Mid lane map. Ember versus Void. Pretty,
Actually, bot lane.
Oh.
They will lose Dog on the Ollie fighting with Fly on the PL, a very easy kill. The Prophet being alone up against Julian and IG just don't seem getting any like this.
definitely not. We talked about the Prophet being disruptive. That is with a +1. But they're committing hard in this tri lane. What Kaka?
You want to play Alva, but back into Kaka. Well, he's handling that stuff. Gonna get speed again. This shot's more around on this tree. Yeah, should be alright. He'll eat through the tree and fly through. Kaka won't have the damage output. He'll have to lose to bit. He'll go all the way to the right. Be careful. He's forward, but there's another speed coming out. He barely hitting level 2 at this rate. Really making sure Bad Boy gets farmed.
Yeah, like this reprioritization for Alpha, ensuring safe and the farm he needs. They are really stacking Dog for this though. Like not having a dominant run you'd expect Nature's Prophet to do with their superior range and damage. And greens. Pressure's just not coming out of Dog. He is trying to cross farm into that break.
Into SGR Kaka, getting it all the way. Now Ollie will rejoin this top lane, so feeling no necessity to help down his PO any longer. Because Qualifier effectively is going to be able to free farm up against an Ace Prom. Just run a trying to make 18 some farm. And now Bad Boy is the one that's probably going to struggle a bit on this Drow's. Drow's very squishy. As soon as she gets caught in the brambles, it's basically a kill.
Yeah, gonna have to be really cautious about that base here, Bad Boy. Of course, all that's happening. The mid lane does cop it once more. One Puma Man gets called back up. Not gonna die just yet, but Emo, in stark contrast to game 1, is a much better time here up against Ember Spirit. One Puma Man not quite dominating this lane, and we thought Emo get behind when he's up front with Farm. She's gonna really take over.
Puma, he's not back for a long hit. He may just take the T1 tower. We'll leave him in the end. This is a very scary place, and ooh, nice is to cancel off that cell. Meanwhile, top lane, JT finds one on the tiny. Aka will go down as a train, and JT's in a very awkward position now, behind the T1. He'll skew back the tree and go and just walk his way back towards his own lane. They're making it 3-3 now between these two.
Double damage.
Back to that mid. Actually, Emo managed to pick up a double damage to assist even more up against December.
Yeah, it's been a good time. He gets his bot refilled as well.
Oh, free kill attempt, remnant. Not latch. It's a bit wishful thinking there, trying to get the kill with Park. They're gonna loop around. They're just running into T1. Can't not come back. He push one on the tiny, run past. Run away.
Behold!
Yeah, a bit of a case. JT this is here, and now Karkar gets the Nexus grasp on him. Will be avalanche toss. He is pulling quite low. They do actually find the kill. That's a lot of damage from that tree. G not able to help.
They are bleeding a few kills here and there. The biggest issue right now for IRG is the fact that their Mars, JT, sits level 3, has no real farm to speak of. On the bright side, it's actually comparable to the Ember Spirit's farm. So I thought it was good for Mars. I guess it's actually worse for one Puma Man in a completely different lane.
Well, Puma has refused to bring out regen, John. He's still on that low HP. Emo's the exact same thing, but Emo has ways of getting out. He's let sits.
One man, that's a dangerous spot. Astral Step is up. Can just damage you.
Back, that Astral Step just comes out and surely the puck just orbs in after the Flame Guard. They do have Juan is coming behind. Perhaps maybe just jump on the tiny instead. Emo, he'll heal up.
Ooh.
They do find an arcane route to boot, so now they can really try to make something happen. Emo's gonna run through that top lane. But I find that crown. They are going on JT as we beat JT thrown up that spear bad boy. Still going after this. There's the God's Rebuke, and they will find the kill secure, but now Emo for the main source of damage, and that's bad boy. He will find him as well. Juan with the avalanche toss will not be able to save. The Brambles will secure the kill as Juan. Does want to just run out of there now, but Emo is not done. He does have the arcane, and all his abilities are already low enough cooldowns as it is. With an arcane, it's too easy.
Definitely. Nice set of kills going the way of Emo. Really slowing down this one hero that LFS has been trying to protect this entire time. It doesn't quite pay off, bad boy. In terms of total assets as well, it's not a very good story compared to Fly. And it's like we're looking at the repeat of game 1 in terms of lane phase.
It's getting there. Avalanche once again to try and stop Emo from pinging, but he already found the trigger. XGR, can he get out of this? It looks like he cannot.
Your death has consequence.
Emo now may just opt to go back to the mid lane. He's already done so much up at the top to even it out a bit. Yeah, that's exactly what he does. Back to the mid. Back to making this this Ember life a living hell. At least Puma has 6 now though, so he does have to escape.
Still not a very good spot to be in so far for LFS. They are holding on to a slight network lead. Have to consider Fly free lane 1-4. He had a free lane in his troll. He's having a free lane in his PL. The upside best they slow down JT. He's just a glorified stick now. Can't really do too much.
For the big part, it seems to be comes in, they have to put out that tiny. It's a very easy pick off. Now they even get the Brambles on the SGR, but they will follow up on the train.
Radiant's getting friendly with Dire's both
I mean, 4 heroes from IG in mid. Remnant forward from one pump man, but he actually used the Remnant. He was still win. Now that that's on their bin, they know he's got to get this surely. He remnants to the back. They do have a hatred if they want to keep chasing, but no. The rotations coming up from LFS. Do they find a win? It looks like they probably will, though. No, they actually back up. Emo, he's out of mana. Dog rotating in. Kaka going for the TP play, and he does not make it.
Oh man. He actually, that would be disgusting. I'd feel bad for all of this. Fortunately, they found that kill, and all these rotations are giving Bad Boy more space to farm up. He's not having too much struggle up against JT, and that is to be expected. JT just playing around with his shield, dancing around, sidestepping as such. Dancing.
Dire with the scan.
He really playing with that bulwark.
Oh yeah,
Sure,
he likes it.
Any extra.
Yeah, just dancing. He's really just. I don't know what's up. Having a bit too much
Any
fun.
form of damage.
No. No, he's not using it. JT.
There you go.
Come on.
Blocks one. Oh, behind Emo. Jumping in straight. Tiny. One almost blows up, and now the first round does prog. Emo will be able to take him out. Meanwhile, can they? Bad Boy turns around with his picture. You'll find AT on the Mars, but Emo is not done. Straight on to SGR. Remnant doesn't connect though, and Emo could be in trouble now. He's got the shield, but he's falling pretty low, and he does not have a step. In fact, they even only one human man jumping in. He wants to go after that Parker. This TP play will make it. LFS certainly going to be very happy with that one.
Definitely. A lot of kills going their way. A bit of an overextension from IG. A bit of overconfidence from IG being punished hard. LFS finding the kills they need and trying to go for that tier 1. They should be able to get the damage out. Early rotations from Dog. Finally leaving that bot lane. Ready to go ahead and start whacking. Does have the gold for the Rod of 8 as well. So he's going to have a lot of control going into these fights.
Still though, Fly has been free farming. He's got the Usher up. It's the concern remains there, right? Like this PA has not been punished at all for what it's doing.
No, one kill, 0 deaths. There is smoke out from IG. Perhaps they try to actually make a move onto that PL. Excuse me. You're sticking around. Yeah. On. Hangs her out. But Fly knows. He backs off. Yeah.
Game sense. It's not like their element is really in a position to be making the plays. The mid lane has been pushed in. One. The farmer jungle with that young shot can do relatively quickly though. Juan vision now. Tiny. Avalanche will be there. Toss. He does use the toss and now River actually got the toss. This could be a nice kill with the chain. Sparkle is going to get a little block. He does. Oh, the last second. And now Terrorize coming in. One cube man still looking for that PL. Can he get it? Fly juking out. He runs. It's not there now. The Fly still alive. Runs back. Dog. He's falling low now. The arena comes out as well. They'll get the next Fly. Avalanche. They will finally find him. But at what cost? The Ember.
No.
He's going down. And SGR is still around the area. He's going to walk out or leave him be, but a free trade. A lot of gold going away by G, and I don't think Fly minds.
I don't think so either. He managed to give all his big kills to AT. He kind of cut up. That should give him a couple of items to play with. Some great EXP going his way as well. And Fly. Keeping them out for so long, forcing them so deep too that they can't even damage back. That's a very thought from LFS. I like seeing that, but it was fairly optimistic. They have a lot of work to do. Like that is actually vision. I can see why they felt secure. But all the TPs, man, I mean, there's nothing you can do to stop that.
Certainly. How's that going? Lancer. Lands as well. So a lot of damage coming out of the ground. But in terms of the farm, she has so much room to grow.
A prize.
Another more fast.
No. That same spot. He's gonna be double foot. Does go to the ground now. Dog beating, but here comes the TP from the rest. SG set right on the back lines.
Oh man!
It's really either is still has the speed. Will cancel halfway. He's not getting out of the. They find him again. This time the price of nothing.
Why, man? It's exact same spot. He knows it's coming. The moment it's out. You can't cut again after that fast attempt. And LFS, they lose their drow this time around. I'm still trying to save up for that KB. And that's really not what you want to be seeing. You've given JT the chance to come back in. He has more farm than one Puma Man, and JT had a terrible laning phase. So, like game 1, you saw Emo having that struggle. This time it's JT who's struggling this lane, and is given the opportunity by LFS to come back in. He got his flat up. He's farming up. He's doing quite well for himself. He's at his level 10. He's matched the Ember in terms of EXP. Exceeded him in terms of farm. I mean, right now, LFS, they've got to find a way back in here. What, man, what's he?
He's got no
Waiting for the runes.
3.7k net worth.
He's got a bottle. And
He does have a bottle, that is true.
he's going forward.
Oh, that one, Puma.
Dire's top tower.
Hello, we'll get out
Radiant's
Shadow Realm.
problem.
That boy is there. I mean, you talked about the PL counter in the Ember. Without any farm?
Dire's
No.
top tower is under attack.
Yeah, that's not a counter. He's going for the Maelstrom, which is right play.
Jax thinks Radiant's
They
bottom
just
tower is about
don't
to
have the gold.
Radiant's
They're gonna be. They take that tier 1 down bomb. That's gonna help the cause. So that's a good amount of gold going to now. But is that enough to really change the pace of the game yet? No, not yet. That's a dead lane anyway.
He is. Meanwhile,
Dire's top tower.
Wildfly has interrupt. And looks to be going to refusal after that, I'm sure. As it stands, he's 8.5k, only matched basically by the profit being played by Dog. And it really isn't profit though. I mean, he went Rod of Age, he's picking up a punt. So it's like your right kind of profit that can carry the game on its own.
No, definitely not. It's a weird trade-off, right? You've got this utility profit all farmed up, but nothing to deal with a PL who's equally farmed up. All Flaw has is the Manta style so far. That's going to be enough for him to get out of most of the situations. They don't have any hard stuff. They don't have any strong things that will keep them in place.
Molly set up on this company. Flying is there. They found Brambles. Juan falling so low just to Shadow Realm damage. Curse Crown Overgrowth is there from SGR, but it's going to be no good. And now the Terrorize coming up. Bad Boy gets sent back towards his base. And G, they're happy. I mean, there's no reason for them to rush.
No. Like LFS, they just lose a hero like that, they have to plump down mid. You see the same thing from IG, but IG still has a lot of spells slated.
Oh, Arena being dropped. They found the Ember. Brambles is there as well. Do they have a death up?
Oh,
but he has no way out. This looks like he remits forward. He does not get out. The Mark was playing on him. They're going after more. They caught the Tiny. Get SGR from the PL. 3 done already. And Emo, he's chasing more. He wants the Tiny pretty darn bad, and he does the use off. With that, Juan has no way out. At least the MP gets out. I guess.
Trying to go Kaka, but just TPs.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I feel like I've seen that play before, Mike.
You have. You have.
I love it. It's a big play.
Dire's middle
Oh,
tower
boy.
is fallen.
Lose mid tier 1. They lose 4 heroes. I'm 19-11 now, 18 minutes in, 4k net worth lead for IG, a massive amount of gold in play. It's gonna have his Fusel up in about 300 gold. They're doing the PL, the Fusel Manta, at sub 20 minutes, the power treads and 2 rate bands, and your equivalent hero is an NP with pipe 8 hosts. Now that's pretty good, but you don't want this kind of gold on utility this early on in Swan.
Pace him up, use Remnant there, and Swan is dead. Well, more bad boy. He will at least scars, but they're just gonna keep chasing. One has damage shook, and there's the into 3 hero. Guys, why are you hurting yourself, boys? Stop running.
Oh man.
They get the MP. Well, I thought game 1 was bad. Game 2 looks to be even worse.
Dire don't look too scared.
Oh,
of the Radiant
God.
That's a 1 Cuban man, John. Still trying to finish the Maelstrom. Probably going to get it around 20 minutes. It's
Not a good time.
Underwhelming. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's just been rough. Like, this Ember Spirit was supposed to be their hope against the Phantom Lancer.
Back 1. He's not even safe at his T3.
Only he's just gonna clear.
JT's packing back to that laning stage.
It's paying back well. Had a rough laning stage. Now he's above even Drow in terms of gold.
Another one.
Spear back home.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Ooh, Dire's middle tower didn't last long.
They definitely have vision. That's for sure. There is a wall on that high ground ready for JT to find somebody else. We've got bad boy do not close. JT, he's gonna go for it surely. But that boy, it was a bit close, so he was thinking about it.
Still playing with that bulwark though. Loves it. He really loves that spell, dude.
Tower is under attack.
Oh god.
Throws a remnant at the Ever Spirit remnant, so now the remnants are fighting. What a human man. He'll get that remnant, but look at this. He gets dragged back and Curse Crown. What a play! Emo has another remnant.
Anywhere you can go.
Oh man.
Emo. I mean, that's just styling on him now. That's unfair. That's not nice, Emo.
No. No, it's not. But Emo had a rough game 1, at least in the laning phase. He back twice over. And he certainly is. Really, just no progression here from our Ember. He's very close to the Mithril Hammer, 300 gold away. Then he'd have...
He rotates down bot. Bantos, they have on the park. It's just Karkar though. He's probably going to try and juke them out here. Phase shift fails percent. He does throw out the drift ball. Phase shift, he won't put it off thanks to that avalanche. But Overgrowth Lifeline, spot by himself. JT has Arena looking for a good opportunity. Dog gets speared into the walls of the arena. I don't even know if JT had vision of that. Like, he'll find Juan. He's in a godlike. Dog trying to take in. He will get out. For 2 trade, they do find the support path, but at the cost of their position 1 Drow and support tiny. JT just keeps moving forward. Might be just in prime position. We'll have a look at Dota Plus. What's Dota Plus saying? 97%. Okay, so there's a 3% chance. JT. Look at Fly. Look at that, he knows there's Shaz, and there's the river coming in. Emo finds him.
Fear not! I shall be.
Oh, he tips him as well. Oh, he tips him. Well, that's nice. Emo's being nice. No. GG will play.
Yeah. I don't play them LFS. You know, they try IG, just 13. That's really it. There's no dressing that, you know, 2 games out like that. LFS tapping out is the last game tonight. LFS not out for the count just yet. They do have a tiebreaker, and since it got 0-2 by IG, that's a tiebreaker with Keen Gaming to see who plays the bet 3 against the 4th placer on Group B. That will be tomorrow.